What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down stage 30 of the Super Saiyan Goku Easy A here. The effective category here is going to be Wicked Bloodline. And then obviously because it's an LR Easy A, we want to use a bunch of legendary power characters if we can. Unfortunately, there aren't enough really good LRs on Wicked Bloodline for us to be able to use the entire team of it. So we, I believe the unit I had over here was the Prime Battle First Form Frieza, who is just not looking good enough to make the cut anymore. So we went ahead and replaced him with Caulifla, just because, you know, we are facing off against a pure Saiyan. So Caulifla is going to have 100% dodge, through the entirety of this, which is going to be very, very helpful for us. And then aside from that, we've got a lot of good, we've got a lot of good, what's it called? Wicked Bloodline LRs here that are going to help us get through this. So obviously for LR Easy A's, you only need to get to stage 10, but I like to get to stage 30 just to give myself some extra Zenny to work off of in my account. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Definitely we're going to put Mecha Frieza and King Cold at the end. They're going to probably take like 300k from a normal. So name of the game here for me is to try to maximize the amount of damage that we're doing. So I think I'm going to put Frieza in the first slot. We'll get a full 24 key for him, and then he's also going to take some hits to build up before he attacks, so he can do like the most massive attack that he can do. That is kind of one of these things, right? When you're in the later stages of these Easy A's, when the enemy starts hitting so hard, while protecting yourself, you also do have to make sure that it takes you the fewest amount of turns to get through this stage, because the longer it takes you, the more susceptible you are to like the wrong unit getting hit with a super attack or something, right? So yeah, in order to avoid that, we're going to try and do the most damage possible. 21 million, definitely good. We'll see how much damage we do here. Yeah, very good indeed. Obviously, Full Power Frieza is going to be by far the hardest hitting unit on the team, so we did get pretty lucky that he is up first for us, right? That is definitely good news. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought he was going to get a third super attack. I was like, wow, triple super, triple crit. But we did get the triple crit, just double super. All right. Who is in our 7th slot? I didn't actually see. I didn't glance at our next rotation here. Oh, it's Tech Caulifla. Okay, cool. Well, then that means I think we're pretty clear for the win at this point. He already supered this turn, so we know that Mecha Frieza, King Cold are not going to get supered, so that's good. Let's see how much they take on a normal here, though. It should be a sizable amount. The additional super definitely helps them, though, so that's good, that's good. Oh, wow. Look at where his... Yeah, it's 250k. Makes sense. And then, obviously, we get some passive healing back from the coolers. Very good. Are we just going to finish it off here? We might even just KO him in the 2 turns. If that is the case, I might go ahead and just do, like, one more run. Okay, yeah, so obviously the coolers are getting clapped up pretty hard here, but both of the physical coolers, the physical metal coolers, do have the ability to revive for us. So if either one of them gets KO'd, we should be okay. But then obviously if the STR cooler gets KO'd, then we are just going to lose and have to come back in. And actually, our HP is pretty low, depending on how he does. If cooler gets, you know, 3-4 super attacks, then his defense is probably going to be high enough, we'll be fine. Otherwise, he might get KO'd. Because yeah, remember, these normal attacks are not going to be building up his defense. Yeah, he just keeps getting normals. Uh-oh. There's only 2 attacks there that we have to take, though. I guess maybe the best case scenario... Well, I mean, the best case scenario is we just kill, right? Okay, yeah. So we did get KO'd there. He didn't do enough supers. But yeah, so you can see the STR LRs on here are doing, like... They are getting hit pretty hard, right? So yeah, it might even be smart for me to like take off the STR LR cooler and put on like the tech androids, maybe, just because of how much damage Full Power Frieza's doing on his own. We can kind of get through this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's switch that up real quick. We'll just go for the Oh, it's because I'm in my link level box. Sorry about that. Let's go to team building so we can find the right one. There they are. Okay, perfect. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and run it like this then and see. So now we have 4 units on the team that are going to protect us, right? 1 that gives us a Ghost Usher, 2 that can revive, and then 1 that has guaranteed dodge. So now we should be sitting in a better spot. Okay, this is very good. This is very good. We're probably just going to end up reviving here. Because this cooler before getting any attacks off is going to get hit quite hard. And then obviously we're going to take like 250k in that middle slot there. And then I don't think that the cooler in the final slot is going to have enough. Oh, well, maybe we just get KO'd right away then. If this is going to start out with a super. Let's see. Yeah, okay. All right, I guess we just start with the revive. Obviously, that's not the most helpful thing. It would have been nice to get some damage in first, because now it's just like we're starting out the fight immediately. He still has 100% HP, and then now we just don't have a revive, right? So it's effectively like we have fully wasted that mechanic. But the one added benefit is that we are now moving on to the next rotation, right? So the Mecha Frieza King Cold is not going to have to worry about getting hit there. Okay. So the tech androids, we have to use their active skill, because if we don't, then they're just going to die immediately, right? And then we'll rotate them off, so now we have like 3 turns to get this done until they come back. Okay. We'll give all these green orbs to Frieza, even though, okay. So what just happened here was we got really bad rotations this time around. We're not going to do any damage here because we don't have the legendary power link skill active. This is the biggest risk you take when you switch up your team build and start using all of these little like techie units that aren't really on the leader skills, that are just giving you some type of passive effect. All of them are TURs. There's not a single, well, okay, there's one techie unit that is an LR. It's our leader, right? The physical LR metal cooler, because he has the free revive if he dies. So technically, he can be used as like a techie unit for your teams as well and counts as an LR. But for this case, he doesn't count as a techie unit because he is actually just one of the like units on our leader skill that is helping us beat the event, right? But yeah, all of the other ones that we could use, even if you were to think of like Tech God Goku, that you could run in here, I don't know if he would be, he probably wouldn't be good enough for this, I don't think. Okay, so this is one of the added benefits of the revive, is that now we have the active skill. The active skill does actually heal us too, on top of doing damage. So I think what I'm gonna do is not use the active skill now, and we'll wait until the next turn, because obviously it's still gonna take us a couple of turns to get through this. We'll wait and use that active skill after we get a little bit more build up in here, because then it's also gonna hit harder, and then it's also going to do more damage, or it's gonna heal us, right? So if we take a little bit of damage between now and then we should be okay. Though, oh man, this is rough because of Mecha Frieza and King Cold. I don't even know if actually, okay, switching the strategy. Let's use the active skill now, do some damage, because we have to rotate off cooler. We do. I can't trust Mecha Frieza and King Cold there in the 3rd slot. There's just too many attacks there. We're gonna have a tough enough time surviving with them just taking the 2 attacks in the middle that they're gonna take. So yeah, I think this is probably the smart play here. We'll do that. I'm still like hanging on for dear life. I'm a little bit doubtful that we're gonna clear it on this run, just because our rotations were so bad, right? Having like all those techie units on one rotation. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe the RNG will flip and be in our favor. You know, the start of battle RNG definitely wasn't, but maybe some additionals and crits could do a good service for us. Okay, so obviously this is going to be a very heavily damaging turn. We're going to have a pretty good turn on the next one as well. I don't know if it's going to be enough to KO, though. I guess we're going to have to see. Okay, I would really love it if they would dodge at least one of these attacks, would be helpful. 183, okay. They took a little bit less because I think we had big bad bosses active this time, which is nice, but how much does cooler take? Okay, as long as we don't get supered, we should be fine then. All right, cool. Yeah, cooler has built up a bunch. Okay, sweet. Oh, and we get a bunch more passive healing. Oh no, the passive healing put us above 50%, so I can't use the active skill with Golden Frieza. Whoops. Okay, well this looks good to me. We'll go ahead and do this. Obviously Golden Frieza's not going to take any damage at all. That's a pretty good attack from Cooler as well. I guess we'll see if this is enough. Okay, actually, I'm thinking we're probably going to be in business here. We're probably going to be okay. Because Frieza should definitely survive. Cooler should definitely survive. And then obviously Caulifla can't get hit with anything. Oh, nice. We even dodged that. That's even better. Even better. Looks like his damage reduction has fallen below the point where he can just double-digit tank. So maybe we would have been in trouble with that super attack. That was actually pretty lucky. Okay, there we go. We're a shoe-in for the win, because we're going to dodge all of these, and then we get full power Frieza back, who is probably just going to be able to single-handedly take out the rest of this. Okay, so yeah, we do have to kill by the time full power Frieza is finished attacking. Otherwise, or not full power Frieza, but the Mecha Frieza King Cold, because the tech androids will just get KO'd, right? But that is kind of the nice thing about that unit, is that you essentially get like 4 turns, because you get the first turn that they're on, and if you rotate them off, you know, put them in slot 3 the way you should, then you get 2 more turns of them not being there, and then on that 4th turn, you can put them slot 3 again, and you still get 2 more units worth of attacks before it's going to be like a problem for them. So yeah, as long as you can finish the EZA in 4 turns, and then again, for us was 5 turns, because we got lucky enough for them not to show up on turn 1, but they actually showed up on turn 2. So yeah, that is pretty good. That, I think, definitely makes the team better overall. If we had the STR Cooler there instead of them, I don't think we would have survived. We probably would have gotten KO'd there. Alright, so there we go. That is my strat for getting through this. I do want to glance at my friends list here, because there's someone above me. Yeah, this is exactly what I assumed was going to happen. So I don't really like to do this strat where you just use, like, whatever other busted LRs, because obviously you only need legendary power in order to activate damage, and then having the Wicked Bloodline category is only for defense. But if you're using these insane units that have, you know, like free Ghost Ushers and revives and stuff for you, then you don't have to worry about taking damage, and as long as your units can dish out enough damage quickly enough, then you can just utilize the few effects that you have and then go from there, right? But I don't really like to do that. I like to keep these more guide focused, as far as like using the units in your box that are going to be helpful on whatever category. So yeah, that is what we got there. All right, now the very last thing that I want to go over before we end the video is they did actually update the battle animations for the full power Frieza and the Super Saiyan Goku here upon the release of their EZA. So I think they're going to start probably doing this more and more as they release new units and as they EZA a bunch of Dokkan Fest characters and stuff. I think they're going to be, you know, continue on adding in these idle animations for us and stuff. So I think unless they do some special batch like they did the first time where there's a pool of missions that we can get and stuff, I'll make a separate video for them. But for simple ones like this, I'm probably just going to include their idle animations in the video for whenever they release, right? So we'll go ahead and just jump back into the EZA one more time. I'm just going to throw Namek Goku on the team just so that we can see his idle animation, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the new Super Saiyan Goku animation here. Alright, easy stuff. Not too much excitement there for him. That's actually a pretty simple one. Wow. Yeah, he doesn't really do much at all, does he? He just kind of does a little bit of a blip to appearing and then gets into his stance. So, yeah, that's not bad. It looks like they're not going to be going like above and beyond with every single one. Obviously, the full power Frieza one is a lot more flashy. Kind of has the little charge up and does a white flash over the entire screen for a moment. And then Goku is just kind of setting into battle here, which I guess kind of makes sense, right? If you consider the actual fight against, on Namek between Goku and Frieza, that does match their energies a little bit. Frieza was definitely more berserk and ballistic throughout the fight, and Goku was much more calm and collected, so maybe they're trying to lore match these idle animations, which I have zero problem with at all. That is very cool. And I think it's also nice for them to give it a little bit of a break and not have every single idle animation be something that just like flashes over the entire screen and is like a little bit disruptive to the playfield, right? So yeah, that is definitely serviceable. I will take it. We do like the Goku one. Oh, that's interesting. If I actually didn't, I just learned something. So if you switch characters but they have the same sprite, it doesn't redo the idle animation. It will only redo it if you go to a different character. I wonder if that is also true. So like they added the idle animation for full power Frieza, which has been applied to both of the AGL full power Frieza and the STR full power Frieza. So I wonder if you have the two of them side by side, if you were to flip them, if it would redo the animation, or if it's still detecting that it's the same sprite and it would just leave it. So that'll be something we'll experiment with in the future and find out. Love learning more and more about these new features that come out in game. But alright, that is going to finish up this video. Just wanted to make sure to show off that cool little idle animation that they have added in for Namek Super Saiyan Goku here. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. That's going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace!